What's up, you guys? Steven Muehlhausen here. Happy Thursday, September the 3rd, 2020. Thank God it's September. This year cannot come to an end any sooner. Very special interview today, and we're going to be doing a lot more of these, so this is going to be a lot of fun. I had the opportunity to speak earlier this week to The Miz to promote Cannonball, as it is the season finale, airs tonight on USA. And I remember I got reached out to for this interview, and I was like, I actually sat on it for a day. So I got the email, and I'm like, so a good friend of mine at USA, and I'm like, you know what? I just didn't know, because I have very strong feelings about the controversy with him and Big E from the first episode of the return of Talking Smack. And it went, my colleague at the Zone, Andreas Hale, put out a tweet, and it went viral, and articles are written about it all over the place, and I was pretty mad at The Miz. It's like, how you don't know what Big E has gone through. You haven't walked a mile in his shoes. But then I watched Talking Smack from this past week, and my thought changed. And I'm like, okay, is he educated? I felt like he educated himself, and he was wanting to understand, be a part of the conversation, help. I get it, and I came away with the newfound respect that I really didn't have for him before. So I felt confident. I'm like, okay, I can do the interview. Did the interview, and I'm like, I really had this trepidation, and I don't know why. I never have a trepidation going into an interview. We did the interview, and the interview was great. We did talk about Big E, and we talked about the controversy, and I give him credit for answering the question, because it is a hot button issue. A lot of guys would not have answered the question. A lot of guys would have gone and given a really short answer and moved on. But I give him credit for the fact that he answered the question. And he went at length, and he went in depth about it. Whether you guys agree with that, please let me know. Because I think this is an important conversation. Not just for this interview, but also just for life. And let me know what you guys think. This was supposed to be on Zoom. I had an issue with my Zoom. So we had to do this via audio. I had to do it on the phone. So if the audio is a little sketchy, I do apologize. The audio is good. Audio is very good. But you hear a little bit of an echo, so I do apologize for that. But still was able to get the interview, and I thought it was a lot of fun. I thought we talked about a lot of cool topics. We talked about that controversy with Big E. We also talked about fantasy football. We talked about where he would be if he didn't do the real world in 2004. Life at home. These new conditions under COVID-19 and being at home with his kids. And we talked some golf. We talked fantasy football. We talked some baseball. We talked about a lot of cool stuff that I didn't think this would be a good conversation, but it turned out to be a great interview. Please give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and leave any comments. I'll answer them, good or bad, good, bad, or indifferent. It really means a lot. It's greatly appreciated. We got a lot of cool interviews coming up on here. Look at the videos we got on the channel. CM Punk, from right when he won his case against WWE. It was a really cool interview. In fact, he was gracious with his time. There's interviews with Dana White, Anthony Joshua, Eddie Hearn, Deontay Wilder, Bill Goldberg, Anthony Pettis, a lot, you name it, Chael Sonnen, a lot of cool interviews on here. So make sure you guys check out the channel. But please, subscribe to the channel, like the video. If you want to give a thumbs down, okay, that's cool too. But give me a reason why you have it as a thumbs down. I really do want to know, so I want to improve it, because I want to do the best for you guys. Without you guys, none of this is humanly possible. But here's my interview with the former WWE champion, the man who headlined WrestleMania 27 and defeated the great John Cena. Here is The Miz.
Sitting here in my home doing a bunch of interviews, which is amazing because normally I have to go to a million different places, but now I can just sit at home and do them.
I was gonna say, how was that like for you? Because you're normally all over the place, and now you can just either pick up the phone or go on the computer. So how great is that for you?
I love it. I get to spend time with my family more, teaching my daughter how to swim. My other daughter's learning how to walk. Like, she took 5 steps the other day, and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this. Like, normally I wouldn't be here probably to see that, but I am able to do that. So I'm just, with my family, we take everything and we try to make the positive out of it, even with all the negativity that's happening outside.
Now, I have a 4-year-old, and and it took him 15 months to walk. I have one that just turned 1 in June. He just started walking about a month ago, and I'm like, now you're in trouble. I'm like, just so you know, you got 2 kids that are fully functioning, and that little one's gonna start walking soon. So just make sure everything is locked up and put away, and because once they start walking again, you have 2 walking, it's gonna be a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I know that. I know the year 1 to 2 is pretty difficult, but 2, when Monroe turned 2, she started understanding, and like, and it's. Yeah, I feel like I know what I'm in store for, but I don't in the same sense because having 2 kids is way different than having 1. It's a whole nother level of difficulty, and we're learning that right now. But we're enjoying it. Like I love having 2 little girls. Like, being a girl dad is the best. I love dressing them up. I love seeing them. I love, waking up every morning and something new happens. Whether it's Monroe learns a new sentence or Madison, you can see something clicking when you teach her something. It's like, ooh, this is cool.
Now, I love the fact that everything you're doing, you're doing WWE, you're doing you have your show with your wife, and then you're doing Cannonball. And I know as a dad, and it's hard for me because I travel a lot too, but not right now. But I know for me it was hard to balance. How do you balance everything and still maintain some sense of normalcy?
I don't know. You find the time that you have. Like, for instance, being a WWE superstar, we travel still, and we go to our shows, and we do our shows. I have to keep in shape. I'm not in the ring as much as I used to be because we used to have live events 3 or 4 times a week. So I have to make sure that, I'm keeping my cardio up at home. But when I'm home, I want to be with my daughters. So I literally try to find, whenever so Monroe and Madison go to bed at different times, half hour away from each other. So when I put Madison down, I go and run or do some sort of workout for 30 minutes, and then I come back and put Monroe down to sleep. So you find, different times to get things done. And, now I have Cannonball, hosting that finale this Thursday on USA Network, 8/7 Central. And then Ms. and Mrs. new episodes are coming this Thursday. Maurice and I are developing shows with our production company, Mad Row Productions, where we have a deal right now with WWE Studios where we're working on a show where we're starring in. It's a family show. Can't say too much about it. But then we also have another show with Peter Murray Productions that we're working with. It's a reality show about a completely different family. And we're working towards making a sizzle and getting all that stuff done to hopefully pursue their dreams. We got a lot of things going on. You just find the time to get things done.
How's your golf game going, by the way? I see you.
Golf games, I try to find so I've been honed the craft of doing an hour and 15-minute 9 holes. I can do an hour and 15 minutes. I can do 9 holes. Isn't that incredible? And I've been with doing a lot of stuff with the PGA Tour because 2K PGA Tour 2K 21 is coming out, and Justin Thomas is on the cover, and I got to interview Justin Thomas because we did a commercial together, so we kind of did an interview together, and I ended up challenging Justin Thomas to a round of golf where he has to give me 30 strokes, and I said, "There's no way you could beat me in 30 strokes." He goes, "No, there's no way you could beat me. Like, you can't beat." And by the way, Justin Thomas is very level-headed.
Oh, yeah.
He's not like a braggadocious type of character, and I am a very braggadocious player, but he was so matter-of-fact that he could beat me. It infuriated me. Like, 30 strokes. I told 2K, get this done. Let's do this. There's no way he can give me 30 strokes and he beat me. Like, I will beat the greatest golfer right now in golf if he gave me 30 strokes. There's no doubt in my mind.
Now, did the match happen yet?
Not yet. No, it's not even. So far, I don't even think it's gonna happen. Like, I've been trying to make it happen. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Get a charity. Let's do it for charity and see if it gets done. I mean, we're trying 2K, PGA, whoever wants to get it done. Let's go.
Now, I'm very impressed by the fact that I can play 9 holes of golf, but it takes me about an hour 45 to 2 hours. How are you getting 9 holes done in an hour 15?
Because my daughters sleep for 2 hours. 1 hour and 15 minutes is all I got.
I hear you. You must live behind a golf course, because that's the only way you. Oh, I'm jealous now.
Yeah, I'm 100%. I'm on the golf course, as a matter of fact.
It's great to be the Miz.
It's good to be the Miz.
Now, when your career got started doing the real world and everything in that nature, and when you're starting to do that, could you ever imagine 16 years from now you would be having all of this?
No. Honestly, if it wasn't for the real world, I wouldn't be where I am today. I wouldn't have had the confidence to allow myself to think, even fathom, that I could be a WWE superstar. So I'm very thankful that I got on the real world, that I actually tried out for the real world, because there was a time where I was like, I shouldn't, I'm not going to make it. No one's going to pick me. What's going to stand me out of like 60,000 people? And I said, you know what? Screw it. Let's do it. Let's try it. And tried out, and I'm very thankful that I did that, because it changed my life.
What would you have done in life if it wasn't for that experience?
Flipped burgers and dropped fries at my dad's Mr. Hero.
Is that fast food, or is it like a McDonald's, or is it more like a mama?
Well, my dad's retired now, and you'll see that Ms. and Mrs. It's really wonderful for us, because what does a person that's retired have a lot of? Time.
Exactly.
And it's time to come and see his grandkids and annoy me. So we see a lot of him on Ms. and Mrs. But yeah, my dad owned Mr. Hero, which was like a Subway shop.
Okay.
And so yeah, I was one of his best workers when I was there. But I was in college when I was on Real World. But I don't even think I would have graduated college, to be honest. I was too into partying and having fun than the schoolwork. So yeah, I probably would have dropped out and went back and worked for my dad.
What was the sub of choice if you had to pick one?
A Roman burger.
Okay.
Two beef patties, lettuce, tomato, onion, special sauce. It has luncheon, salami, a little bit of mayo, and on a bun, and it is absolutely fantastic.
Now, I am a Chicago Bears fan, and I know you've been a fan of the Cleveland Browns. And
Sorry about your luck, by the way.
I'm more sorry about yours.
You're kidding me? We have an elite quarterback in Baker Mayfield, who now has time to throw the ball to Odell or Jarvis or Hooper if he feels like it. He also has 2 amazing running backs in Kareem Hunt as well as Nick Chubb. You, on the other hand, don't even know who your quarterback is. They paid Nick Foles a ton of money, and he's neck and neck with Mitchell Trubisky, who can't hit anything. And to be honest, I thought he was going to be very good, but he has not turned out to be the quarterback that you got. I mean, he misses throws that I literally look at. I could have hit that throw. Obviously, I can't. He's an elite level of athlete, but he's just not doing it for you guys. Montgomery, who knows what's happening with him?
Yeah.
Right now, Cohen is looking at it like your 3-down back, which Cohen is a good a playmaker. He's a very good in his role, but when you put him as a 3-down back, I don't know if that's going to do much for you guys, especially with Foles or Trubisky. And let's put it this way: if Foles wins that quarterback duel, Trubisky's done.
You are correct on that one, and if Nick Foles is the starting quarterback, at least my quarterback will have been in and won a Super Bowl.
100% correct. But you also have a quarterback that's been into so many teams. He was an MVP mind you, of that Super Bowl, and this guy can't even find a home.
You got me on that one, but I do have you on this. My Chicago White Sox are in first place. They're going to make the playoffs, and the Indians will be sitting at home. Just traded your best pitcher.
I know, and you just stole Clevenger from us.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean that's incredible for you guys. Congratulations. But honestly, Cleveland's ground like system is pretty great at making amazing elite pitchers.
True.
Clevenger 3 years ago wasn't even a talk of conversation, and
Oh, sure.
now and not to mention Bieber as well. We lost Kluber, and guess who fills in for his role? Freaking Bieber.
Exactly.
And now Clevenger as well. We had two elite pitchers. Now we get rid of one. Someone's just going to come up, and I think it's Sybil. I think he's a really good pitcher, and I think in next year, if you have him on your team, you have a keeper league for fantasy baseball. That's the pitcher that you want.
Who's more likely to win a world championship first in the town of Cleveland, the Browns or the Indians?
The Browns. I think the Browns are gearing up to have an incredible season this year, and if it's not this year, it'll be next year.
And we'll end with this, Mike. And there's a lot of controversy that was brought up last week with the segment with you and Big E. And I just wanted to ask you, how does it feel to clear the air on that, and any misconceptions that people had about the segment were cleared up on this past Friday show?
Yeah, like my goal was to, so for where I come from in WWE, I know what the brass wants. Like, I've been in the main event, I've been a WWE champion, and in order to be that champion, I had to change my outlook on everything. Like, I had, there's a thing like being goofy and entertaining and fun. That doesn't always put butts in seats. It allows people to look at you and go, oh, this guy's fun, I can't wait to see him. But you're not the poster child. You're not the main event caliber. You're not going for the Universal Championship. And that's what it takes. And Big E has all the tools that is needed to be a main eventer, a Universal Champion. However, the way I look at him is he's very goofy and he's very entertaining. And I don't think that's what is necessary. Now, if you watch Talking Smack Episode 1 and Talking Smack Episode 2, you see Big E change from the funny, ha-ha, entertaining Big E to a serious, matter-of-fact, and this is how it's done, Big E, to a person, to literally, you watch both episodes, you look at him and you go, this is a main event caliber. This is a person that people will pay money for to see as their Universal Champion. And all it took was, a question, a debate. And honestly, I wish more people could have, conversations like this. Open conversations like Biggie and myself, like, we have these conversations. We talk about these things. And to put it on Talking Smack, that's what Talking Smack is all about. Getting you behind the scenes, hearing what kind of people talk about in the locker room, what kind of discussions are happening. And these are the discussions that we have. And we are open and we are honest about them. And if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong and tell me why I'm wrong. And if you're wrong, I'm going to say this, and this is my opinion, and we're going to listen to each other and observe and learn. And I think that's what more people need to do.
Thank you for the time, Mike. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too.